Did you know that pain is created in your brain? Did you know that the scientists now know that the feeling of pain is something your brain decides that you should experience, if it believes that there is a problem? Your brain can decide for you that you should feel pain even if it only thinks there's a potential threat of tissue damage. This means that even if you have no actual tissue damage, you can still experience pain. We also know from scientific studies that even when there is true tissue damage, your brain may not create the feeling of pain for you. This is called the paradox of pain. It means that the pain that you feel does not always reflect the severity or even the location of your problem, if there is a problem at all. Science has shown beyond a doubt that pain is created in the brain. Sometimes pain can be very helpful and informative. Our brains create for us the experience of pain to let us know that something is not okay. Maybe we are overexerting ourselves or repetitively bending in awkward postures, causing harm to the body. Maybe we have an injury that we may need to be careful with to allow the body to heal and to avoid further damage. The pain can let us know what not to do while the body heals the problem. This pain is helpful and informative. If we listen to our bodies, these pain experiences are a good thing. But for some people, pain can persist, even after an initial injury has healed. And for some people, the pain can spread to other areas where there is no injury at all. For these people, the pain has become non-informative and non-helpful. The pain itself has then become a problem. The brain has learnt to be in pain. The way the brain does this is very similar to the way the brain learns anything else. It's called neuroplasticity, or brain adaptations. Did you know that what you focus on actually drives neuroplasticity? This is obviously a good thing if you are focusing on learning something, because it will help you to learn it. But if you are focusing on your pain, this may actually make your pain worse, or persist, and harder to get rid of. It is therefore best to focus on the good things. Focus on what is working well. Focus on what makes you happy. Focus on what you are grateful for. This alone can help you heal. Brain scientists who have studied the effects of chiropractic spinal adjustments have discovered that adjustments also change brain function. Chiropractic has a neural plastic effect on the brain. In particular, adjustments change function in a part of the brain called the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is actually a part of your brain that is very involved in where pain becomes chronic. This might be why early chiropractic care can have better long-term outcomes. It might be that chiropractic care can prevent pain from becoming chronic in the first place. Neuroscientists believe that chiropractic care most likely helps reduce your feeling of pain by helping your brain turn down or switch off the perception of pain in the brain. This means chiropractors may or may not adjust your spine exactly where you feel that it hurts. They are looking for parts of your spine and body where there is a lack of proper movement and will adjust you there, so don't worry if it's not exactly where you feel the pain is. Remember that the feeling of pain that you experience is created by your brain and does not mean it's exactly where the problem actually is. Chiropractors are very good at finding the parts of your spine and body that need to be gently adjusted. Research studies have shown that adjusting your spine helps your brain to know more accurately what is going on in your body, so that it can more appropriately respond to what's going on and control your body better. It improves your brain-body communication. Let me give you an example. My friend Glenn had for many years suffered with knee pain. He played a lot of rugby when he was younger. He had all kinds of medical treatments for his knee, including arthroscopic surgery, but nothing helped. In the end, he tried chiropractic, only to help out his mate Chris, who was training to become a chiropractor. This chiropractic intern, Chris, did not even adjust his knee, but instead focused on Glenn's pelvic joint and his neck, because that's where he had poor spinal movement. Glenn could not believe it, because his knee pain went away almost immediately. Glenn now gets adjusted regularly to make sure his brain-body communication is as accurate as possible so he can feel great and function at his best potential. For more information, go and see your family chiropractor so you can sort out the pain in your brain. This PA is about understanding pain. Experiencing pain is normal. Everyone experiences pain now and then. Pain is supposed to be a protective experience to make sure you stop doing things that may be dangerous. But chronic pain, that is pain that has persisted for more than 3 months, is no longer protective, nor informative. Let's look at what chronic pain is and what you can do about getting rid of it. All pain is created by your brain, because your brain has decided that you are threatened or in danger and need protecting. The interesting thing here is that you don't actually have to have any actual tissue damage to feel pain. And if your brain is not aware of tissue damage, you may not feel any pain at all, even when you've injured yourself. Chronic pain is the second most common reason people see a doctor and miss work. More than 1/3 of people with chronic pain become disabled by their pain to some degree. Chronic pain can be mild or excruciating. It can be episodic or continuous. It can be merely inconvenient or totally incapacitating. The pain can be from headaches or joint pain, can be neck pain, back pain, or pain from an injury. Other kinds of chronic pain include tendinitis or sinus pain, carpal tunnel syndrome, and pain affecting specific parts of the body, such as shoulders, elbows, wrists, hands, hips, knees, ankles, or feet. The common thing with all these types of pain is that the actual feeling of pain is always, 100% of the time, created in your brain. This does not mean it's not real. It's very real. But understanding that the pain itself is created in your brain has major implications for how you can get rid of it. And because pain depends so much on what you think and feel about the pain, it's very important you understand pain properly. Your pain experience depends on why your brain has decided you need to be protected, why it's creating the feeling of pain for you in the first place. It can therefore be very useful for you to try to figure out why your brain may be creating pain for you. What was happening at or around the time your pain started? What makes it worse? What makes it better? Why is this so important? Because we know that the brain can be retrained, so you need to use all the tools available to you to retrain your brain out of pain. Some of the keys to retraining your brain are staying active, staying positive, eating well, and sleeping well. Today let's look at why staying active is so important. Your posture and how you move plays an important role in how you feel and how you experience pain. Even as little as a short walk every day can help. If there are movements you cannot do because of your pain, you can still help yourself by imagining those movements. We know from neuroscience research that imagining a movement influences the brain in a very similar way to actually doing the movement. This can help to retrain your brain to understand that the movement is not dangerous, because imagining doing the movement will not hurt. You can basically trick your brain into giving you back pain-free movement. Play with these sorts of things. Make movement fun. Move in different emotional states, like when you're happy or grateful. Move outside in the sun, in the park with beautiful plants and flowers, or move in water. The movement of your spine is also very important. Yoga or simple spinal exercises can be great for this, and chiropractic care may be really important to help you move too. The main focus of chiropractic care is to improve the movement and function of your spine. This is so important because proper movement of the spine helps the brain to know more accurately what is going on, not just in the spine, but also elsewhere in the body. And chiropractic care has already well known in the research literature to help people who suffer with neck pain, back pain, and headaches. This is most likely because chiropractic care helps the brain know more accurately what is going on in the spine and body, and may help the brain to switch off the feelings of pain when they are no longer needed. So if you suffer with chronic pain, do your best to stay positive, move often, eat well, sleep well, and go see your family chiropractor to help retrain your brain out of pain. There are millions of tiny sensors all around your body. They are at the ends of the thousands of nerve cells that you have. Some of these sensors respond to mechanical forces such as stretch or touch. Some of these sensors respond to temperature, both hot and cold. Others respond to chemical changes on the inside or outside of your body. For example, some chemical sensors respond to capsaicin, the active ingredient in chili peppers, and others respond to spider or snake venom. There are also chemical changes that take place inside your body that chemical sensors respond to, such as inflammation. There are other sensors too, like your eyes, your ears, your tongue, your nose, and so on. All of the information from all of these sensors gets sent to your central nervous system so that your brain can figure out what is going on inside and outside your body. The easiest way to think about how this all works is to think of your nerves like musicians with different instruments. Their instruments are the sensors, and all of the musicians play their tune so that your brain can listen to what's going on in and around your body. So some play a sound information tune, some play a visual information tune, some play a touch tune, and so on. All of these tunes get put together in your brain so it becomes like an orchestra playing a symphony that your brain is listening to. To make sure that these tunes come together in harmony so your brain can make sense of them, your brain needs a conductor for its orchestra. Your brain actually has a number of conductors that work together, and one of these conductors is called your prefrontal cortex. This particular part of your brain is very sensitive to changes in spinal function and is affected specifically with chiropractic care. When some of the parts of your brain get particular messages in a specific pattern, the brain decides for you to make you feel pain, to warn you that something might not be right, that you may be in danger. A number of parts of your brain are involved in playing this particular pain music, including your prefrontal cortex and other parts of your brain that are together called the pain matrix. But your brain can play many tunes, not just a pain tune. The brain can also learn new tunes. Your nerve cells talk to each other through little connections called synapses. These synapses can be talking non-stop or totally silent. But how these nerves talk to each other determines what music your brain will hear. Each synapse is surrounded by an immune cell, which can influence the synapse itself, as well as about 100,000 surrounding synapses. All of these synapses work together in a very complex way, which means that all the different systems of your body can be influenced by the music that your brain will play, such as the pain tune. What we know from decades of pain research is that through this complex interaction, your brain can actually learn to be in pain, particularly if you pay a lot of attention to the pain tune. Within your entire nervous system, you have two important subsystems that impact the pain tune in a big way: the alert and danger system and the calm and healing system. You may have heard of them as the sympathetic system and the parasympathetic system. When your alert and danger sympathetic system is really active, your heart beats faster, your brain mobilizes your body's energy stores, and it prepares your big muscles for a fight or to run away. You also become more alert and vigilant, and you even sweat more. When the alert and danger sympathetic system is more settled, your calm and healing parasympathetic system takes over. This allows your brain and body to calm down, to heal tissue cells, and to digest your food properly. When your brain plays the pain tune, your alert and danger sympathetic system will also activate. Your muscles will tighten up and blood is diverted away from digestion, reproduction, and healing. This is great if you have an immediate threat that you need to respond to, but this can become a problem if you are in chronic pain, because this means that you will have persistent high levels of adrenaline pumping through your body. This high level of adrenaline over long periods of time can change your nerves and contribute to amplifying the danger-pain matrix tune in your brain, making the danger-pain signals seem greater and making them more constant. This pain tune created by your brain is your brain's way of trying to protect you from danger. So when your alert and danger sympathetic system has been activated, your brain primes your big muscles for action. For example, your hamstrings and quadriceps, triceps, biceps, and trapezius all get ready for you to fight or run away from the situation. This is great if there is a threat that you need to fight or run away from, like a saber-toothed tiger. But if you are under long-term modern-day stress, this is no longer so good for you. These big muscles that have been primed, if they don't actually get a workout from fighting or running away, can over time start to feel sore and stiff. What also happens is that when these big muscles get primed for action, the little muscles, for example the small muscles closest to your spine and skull, they go to sleep, because there's no use for them if you're trying to avoid a saber-toothed tiger. So if you are suffering from chronic pain, the orchestra in your brain is stuck on one tune, the pain tune. It's important then to remember that your brain is capable of playing thousands of other tunes, not just pain, and your brain can be trained out of playing only the pain tune. If you are under chronic stress and in chronic pain, then exercising your big muscles is very important, because you need to get them working properly again. It's also very important to go see your chiropractor regularly, to keep those small muscles surrounding your spine and skull active and moving well. These small muscles do in fact play a very important role. They tell your brain what your spine is doing, which represents what the core of your body is doing. If that communication between your spinal muscles and your brain becomes distorted, you end up with a communication breakdown between your brain and your body. Not only will your brain not know what's going on in your spine, but if your small paraspinal muscles are not working properly, your brain also struggles to see what is going on in the rest of your body, like your arms and legs. This might lead to accidents and the development of more pain and problems. Remember that chiropractic care is already well known in the research literature to help people who suffer with neck pain, back pain, and headaches. This is most likely because chiropractic care helps your brain know more accurately what is going on in the spine and body, and may help your brain to switch off feelings of pain when they are no longer needed. Remember also that scientists have shown that chiropractic care changes the function in your prefrontal cortex, one of the brain's orchestra conductors. This is also probably why chiropractic care helps people who are suffering with pain, by changing the pain music in the brain itself. Don't forget, though, that chiropractic care has so much more to offer than just helping you with your chronic pain. Chiropractic care is all about improving the communication between your brain and body so you can function at your optimal potential. However, if you are suffering from chronic pain, do your best to stay positive, move often, eat well, sleep well, and go and see your family chiropractor to have your brain's conductor fine-tuned too. Scientists know that your brain uses sensory information from your muscles and joints around your spine to help control your balance and posture, and to make sure that you're moving properly. When your brain takes sensory information and uses it to help guide movement and control muscles, we call this sensory motor function. One particular study looked at whether neck pain has an impact on proper sensory motor function in older people. In this study, the researchers ran a whole lot of sensory motor function tests, like how well they could control movements of their eyes, or how good their balance was, and they took into account their age and other conditions that the subjects might be suffering from. They found that the older people with neck pain were worse than those without neck pain at most of the tests they performed. For example, the people with neck pain couldn't control their eyes as well, or their balance wasn't as good as people who had no pain. The researchers thought that in the people with neck pain, they had poor communication between their neck and their brains, which meant that they weren't as good at controlling their balance and other types of sensory motor function. Remember that your brain uses sensory information from your muscles and joints around your spine to help control your balance and posture, and to make sure that you are moving properly. So if that information from your spine isn't very good, your brain will struggle to control what's going on in your body. The scientists who did this study were pretty much saying that the altered information from the neck in these older people who had neck pain was disturbing their brain's ability to make sense of other sensory information. This in turn potentially affected their balance and increased their risk of falling. The research team at the Centre for Chiropractic Research at the New Zealand College of Chiropractic agree with these scientists because their own research studies over many, many years suggest that chiropractic care improves the accuracy in the communication between the spine and the brain, which makes it easier for the brain to accurately tell what's going on in and around the body, and that spinal dysfunction does not need to be so bad that you are in pain for the brain to be disturbed, and that gentle spinal adjustments can help improve your brain's ability to accurately know what's going on. These scientists have even shown that chiropractic care for older adults improves specific forms of sensory motor function that is very relevant to falls prevention. For example, they have shown that chiropractic care for older adults improves how accurately your brain knows where your ankle joint is, even though you've got your eyes closed. They also found that older adults could take a significantly faster step after a period of chiropractic care, and they also showed that their brains got better at processing information from their eyes and their ears at the same time after a period of chiropractic care. So although chiropractic care does help people with neck pain, it also has so much more to offer, even if you don't have neck pain. Chiropractic care is all about improving the communication between your brain and your body so that you can function at your optimal potential. So whether you are suffering from neck pain or have loved ones that do, or you just want to have a tune-up of your brain-body communication, go and see your family chiropractor and have your spine tuned up so you can function at your best. We know from many research studies that the way you experience pain depends on your personal situation. Research has shown that the way you feel pain, its intensity and unpleasantness, all depends on what's going on for you, and most importantly, what you think and feel about the situation. Let me give you an example. In one experiment, the participants placed their head inside a sham stimulator. This was a pretend stimulator that did absolutely nothing, but they were told that an electrical current would run through their head. These participants reported feeling pain that was proportional to the amount of stimulation they were told they were given, even though they were not given any electrical current at all. What this study tells us is that if you expect to feel pain, it can actually make you feel pain. We also know that a lack of knowledge and understanding can in itself cause problems for you and feelings of pain. The amount of pain you feel can even depend on who is around you. Another study showed that male participants tolerated much higher levels of pain if it was a female who was testing their pain thresholds. So when it comes to pain, one thing you need to watch out for is what you are thinking and feeling. When we identify with, or get wrapped up in, or involved in our feelings and thoughts, this will greatly impact the way our brain makes us feel pain. Often we end up worrying or stressing about the thoughts and feelings, which actually makes everything worse. The more we worry and stress about these thoughts and feelings, the worse it gets. Remember that what you focus on drives the way your brain adapts and changes. This is your brain's neural plasticity. So the more time you spend worrying about all the negative thoughts and feelings surrounding your pain, the more entrenched our brains get at making us feel pain. Think of it as a stress merry-go-round because this is intimately involved in why people develop pain, anxiety, depression, and other forms of physiological and psychological stress. The hormonal or endocrine system is a key player in this stress response. When the alert and danger sympathetic nervous system has been activated, the hypothalamus releases hormones, which makes the pituitary gland release other hormones. These hormones affect the adrenal glands, which produce cortisol. Cortisol is known as a stress hormone. Stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline are released to protect you when you're in danger. They help to activate your body so that you are ready to fight or flight. But if your brain perceives the threat on an ongoing basis, you can end up with persistent high levels of adrenaline and cortisol, and this can become a problem. Persistent high levels of cortisol can slow healing, can lead to depression and feelings of despair, and can over time lead to a decline in physical and mental performance. And persistent high levels of adrenaline can change your nerves and contribute to amplifying the danger-pain matrix tune in your brain, making the danger-pain signals seem greater and making them more constant. It's therefore very important to take some time out to look at the way you think and feel about what's going on for you, because your thoughts and feelings about what is going on can influence so many of your body's systems, even your immune system. Your immune system can be activated not only by events that happen in the tissues of your body, but also by your brain's interpretation of those events. Your thoughts and feelings actually influence your brain's map of the body, or your brain's inner reality. If your immune system is triggered, it is thought to be able to create what is known as mirror pain, meaning you will feel pain on both sides of your body. It will feel like your pain has spread from one area to another. When your immune system reacts, it produces small immune molecules called cytokines. These float around inside your body and help you to heal. Some promote inflammation and some stop inflammation. Your immune system is supposed to be a good thing, a powerful protection system. However, like all other systems, it can also turn into a problem for you if it gets stuck on hyperdrive. We know that long-term stress and pain actually leads to an alteration in the immune system, which results in more cytokine molecules that promote inflammation. We know that your immune system is closely linked with your alert and danger sympathetic nervous system and responds to cortisol and adrenaline. Also, your immune system can turn on parts of your brain that produce more cortisol and adrenaline, so it can become a vicious cycle. So what can you do? There are actually many things you can do to help yourself to buffer your immune system and improve your pain. Mindfulness meditation is well known to quieten your mind, to help quieten your worrying about thoughts and feelings, and is known to calm the stress response in your body. There are many online tools that can help, and smartphone apps to assist you with starting your mindfulness journey. Proper nutrition is also key, with the aim to calm down the inflammation so that the chemical sensors in our bodies can stop sending inflammatory signals to your brain, so your brain can stop pushing the pain button. Getting enough good quality sleep is also well known to buffer against stress and pain. But bear in mind that stress and pain can often disturb sleep, so just do your best to prioritize good sleep habits that work for you. And don't underestimate sunshine and water, playing with friends, doing things that you enjoy. A hearty laugh in a safe place with friends is the complete opposite to the stress response. This will go a long way in helping your brain to turn down or off the stress and pain music that it has been playing. But movement is also essential. If you cannot move due to pain, then even just imagining movement will help you. You need to move the bigger muscles of your body that have been primed for fight and flight to get rid of the built-up stiffness and tension. And remember also to get the small muscles around your spine moving too. Yoga or simple daily spinal exercises can be great. And your family chiropractor can also help you with this. Chiropractic adjustments help your brain to know more accurately what's going on in and around your body. And remember too that chiropractic care is known to alter function in a part of your brain called the prefrontal cortex, which plays a big role in your brain's pain matrix. And there's also plenty of studies that have shown chiropractic care helps people with back pain, neck pain and headaches. So if you suffer with chronic pain, do your best to stay positive, move often, eat well, sleep well, and go see your family chiropractor to have your brain fine-tuned too.